In this video, I'm going to look briefly at when I think I should be confident that one event has caused another after noticing some correlation between them, and share some questions that we can ask others and ourselves to help us both reflect on whether a correlation is a reliable way to be confident that something caused something else. It's quite common, I think, to see two events happening close to each other and think that there must be some special relationship between them. For example, if one happens just before the other, then we might be inclined to think, especially if we're already looking out for it, that the preceding event caused that other event. If our emotional brain is already leaning towards a specific belief, then our thinking brain might default towards accepting something as good evidence because it supports what our emotional brain already believes. The emotional side being a bit like an elephant, and the rational side like the rider of that elephant, following wherever the elephant leads it to, so to speak. So if we notice an event that we think justifies our inclination to believe that something is likely to cause such an event, I think it's important to pause, take a step back, and reflect on the quality of that evidence that we're relying on. One example of how we might be able to test such a relationship is by controlling all of the relevant variables and turning the hypothetical cause on and off to see how we might be wrong. Two or more events or variables can be associated but not necessarily causally related due to either coincidence or the presence of a third unseen factor, and here are some really strange examples of that. So given all of that, when someone mentions in casual conversation that they believe that something was the cause of something else, my main goal is to see if there's anything I can learn about how they know that with just 1 to 3 questions like these. 1. Do you think that was the sole cause of it, or that it contributed towards it? 2. What's a good way to tell if something has caused or contributed towards something else? 3. What else could explain the correlation? Or 4, looking at the bigger picture, was this likely to happen anyway, or not? Why? If we have time and rapport and consent are there, and the situation is right, we might be able to go a bit deeper with more questions. If there's some moral intuition influencing the belief, like care versus harm or loyalty versus betrayal, then we can ask questions like these. 1. Not saying that this is the case, but if we discovered hypothetically that this was not true, what harm could there be if everyone believed it to be true? Or 2, if we discovered that they were actually really loyal, then how might that affect the way you feel about this? And some more questions we can ask to reflect more on the how we can know those reasons are good reasons might look like this. 3, what's the main reason of those who disagree that this caused that? Or 4, how confident are you that you know the main reason against it? Or 5, where could you go to find that out? 6, what are your thoughts on whether people should try to investigate beliefs that don't match their own? And 7, what problems can arise if people only seek out information that matches what they believe? Okay, I hope this was helpful. If you have other questions that might be helpful in situations like these, please share them in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this and you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe and notification buttons below. Take care, and thanks for watching.